Leonardo da Vinci was considered the Renaissance man of his time due to his incredible legacy in a wide range of fields. And despite being a world-famous artist whose paintings are still a sight of wonder and study for many, he was a scientist above all. And his scientific curiosity is evident in the precision of his paintings, the inventions he came up with, and the studies he left behind. Da Vinci studied arts at the age of 14 as an apprentice of Andrea del Verrocchio, who was a famous sculptor and goldsmith, and who in turn was an apprentice of Master Donatello. He learned for 9 years, drawing, painting, sculpting, metal artworks, and carpentry. And his acquired skills were beneficial in pursuing knowledge in several fields such as architecture, mechanics, human anatomy, botany, etc. These photos you are seeing are authentic documents from Leonardo da Vinci's notes displayed in one of da Vinci's exhibits in Florence. He used to write his notes in an encrypted way to protect his discoveries and ideas, such that a person can only understand what is written by reading the text while reflected on a mirror. And upon studying his notes, modern-day scientists discovered that he didn't use a feather dipped in ink as the rest of his society, since the ink in his writings was of consistent strokes. It turned out that Da Vinci invented his own pen and used it. So let's see some of Da Vinci's inventions constructed by modern-day architects according to his designs. He came up with the idea of a parachute before anybody else, but his design included a wooden frame, which would have crushed the user due to its weight. Yet it was tested after the invention of modern-day parachutes, where the jumper glided in air using Da Vinci's parachute, which turned out to be effective in sustaining a person's weight, and then released it using the modern-day parachute to land. Da Vinci was fascinated with flying. He studied the wings of butterflies, birds, and bats. And his dream was to achieve human flight during his lifetime. However, it wasn't meant to be. He had the idea that flight could be achieved by the use of wings and the human muscle action, which can hardly be. And these were examples of the flying devices he designed. He invented machines that helped in farming, such as a water mill, a wind vane that rotates in all directions, even slightly up and down to know the exact direction of the wind, a water pump, a grinding machine, and a side-to-side crane. In the field of mechanics, Da Vinci designed as well pulleys, gears, mechanical arms, an odometer, distribution chains, a lantern pinion, and much more. He also came up with geometrical designs from which domes could be built and other self-standing structures. Furthermore, during war, the Duke of Milan asked for Da Vinci's help to invent weapons. So Da Vinci ended up designing the first machine gun, a mechanical catapult, the first tank-like structure, a cannon, and shields to protect the army. Da Vinci designed as well a mechanical clock that works based on physical forces. A mechanical drum that gives different rhythmic patterns. A bicycle, a boat with mechanical rowing paddles, a mechanical chainsaw, a balance, a mobile ladder, he improved an underwater air pump and designed a diving suit. He even tried to build his own mechanical robot. Now, Da Vinci's studies in other fields involve the following: the study of the Vitruvian Man in the field of cosmology. The study was based on the work of Vitruvius Polio, where Da Vinci believed that there is an analogy between the human body and the workings of the universe. And since Da Vinci was in a good relationship and friendship with the head of the local hospital in Florence, he was able to perform and witness lots of dissections, which were mainly performed on criminals and infidels. And thus came his expertise in the field of human anatomy, where he studied the baby in a mother's womb, the precise skeletal and muscular systems, was the first scientist to identify thrombosis, or the blockage of an artery by a blood clot, as a cause of death of a disease-free old man. This deep knowledge of human anatomy made him an expert in drawing human figures. Finally, here are some of the brilliant paintings done by Leonardo da Vinci.